Good evening, class. Today I'm here to talk to you about why pit bulls should be allowed in every part of this country that we call America. A little history on the pit bull terrier. They started in the 1800s in UK and they were used as bull baiters. What they would do is basically go into a bull pit and try to get this 1,000 pound bull angry so they would fight other bulls. Shortly after the pit bull's conception, this became illegal because of its inhumanity. Not against the pit bulls, though, just humane against the bulls. So their solution to this was to fight the pit bulls. And by the way, when I'm saying pit bulls, I mean pit bulls, the one you're thinking of. There's a very broad definition. Everyone has kind of their own definition. But the blockhead and the strong build, they range between 75 and 25 pounds, 25 or 75 pounds. They're just big dogs. However, when they were fighting each other back in the UK in the 1800s, they were taught never to bite the man, their owner, the master, because this was frowned upon. They would actually be called man biters, and they would be put down instantly. This was so that the handler could handle them without fear of getting his hand bit off. So ever since then, they've had kind of a reputation for their trustworthiness towards humans. Now, once they made their trip over to America, they were used for a bunch of things, including pulling a plow for the poor people. They were often called the poor man's horse. They were used as nanny dogs, which would entail watching small children and making sure they don't kill themselves or people don't kill them. And also, they used to appear in countless pieces of media, including advertisements and movies. You guys might remember the Little Rascals Spot. That was, in fact, an American Pit Bull Terrier. Bringing it up a little further, during World War One, they were used as war dogs, what today's German Shepherds are actually used for. They would be seen with posters. They would be on posters for advertising the Army and America in general, being put with phrases like neutral, not afraid, neutral, but not afraid of any of them, and we're not looking for trouble, but we're ready for it. This was to kind of signify that pit bulls are mild mannered and they're not looking for trouble, but if you bring trouble, they will handle the trouble. So that was kind of America's stance, and they thought the best way to convey that would be the pit bull. One of the most famous war dogs in history is Sergeant Stubby. He was a sergeant in World War II, and he has the Purple Heart and a long list of others. He's been in 17 battles, and he is the most decorated war dog of all time. And you guessed it, he is an American Pit Bull Terrier. Sadly now, all pit bulls are banned from military installations out of fear for their behavior against humans. I find this very odd because they were once a symbol of protection and now they are feared, all because of the gross mishandling by those who are uneducated to their potential. These dogs are extremely strong, and people are using that strength for evil. In order to get a pit bull putty in pure fighting form and able to kill another animal just because, it takes a lot of abuse. It takes a lot of negative training in order to get a pit bull like that. And in fact, there's countless stories of pit bulls after they've been saved from those horrendous situations. They're coming back to life and, being able to be around kids and family. Of course, you always want to be cautious with these, but it does happen more often than not. These dogs, they're inherently good, and it takes a lot to really make them not good. There are countless acts of pit bulls, committing acts of bravery to save their owners. If you type in pit bull hero, you'll get a billion pop-ups. Everything from running into burning buildings to save children, to taking bullets, protecting their loved ones. There's a story about a pit bull saving a cat from a pack of coyotes, getting beat up for a cat. And they're supposed to hate each other, cats and dogs, and yet this dog did it out of his, because they're amazing animals. Another one, actually a very common one, is they're often protecting members of households from other members of their households from abuse, mostly domestic abuse, spousal abuse. This can be seen when actually, because I have two pit bulls, when me and my wife play fight, my dog will kind of buck up at the aggressor. She doesn't do anything, of course, but she lets us know, hey, I don't like that, and back up. I know this is a quality that is in a lot of dogs, which is why all the other dogs aren't banned. Why are we holding pit bulls accountable just because they do the same things everything else every other dog does? It's good though. Towns all over the country are starting to raise their or to lift their bans on pit bulls due to public outcry and all these stories coming out. Um, the town I have family in Lincoln County, Troy, Missouri. They still have an outstanding ban on pit bulls, and I cannot bring my dogs up to see my family. I have to leave them down there. Bottom line is this breed of dog is they're just amazing. They're strong, which is why people use them for evil. But that strength is meant to be as a protector. They're the most loyal dogs ever. They're they're strong-willed. They're dedicated. They're brave. They never turn down from anything, and they should not be banned. Thank you very much.